there's the title slide, advance it one, and we'll see if it works.
Okay, so now are you seeing the next one?
Got
Okay, so we are over here. Use your imagination, creating images, and share your ideas with others. I'm a really sharey person. So like telling you about the flowers submerged in water with the paint, or when we talk about water drop photography and anything that I learn, I like to pass it along. The refractography workshop that we did, things that are interesting and unique. Those things will get more attention than just your run of the mill, here's a landscape of a forest. Style separates your images from others. Your processing, your perspective, your subject, develop your own unique style. Last week, Bob Young, he has developed his style with a lot of dodging and burning of landscapes to really accentuate and bring out details in his landscape images, and it makes them very pop. It makes them very interesting. They're not just flat, boring landscapes, a la Ansel Adams. That's where Ansel Adams did a lot of dodging and burning to his images to really bring out the qualities in them that he wanted. Composition, framing the image and elements, repetition, symmetry, rule of thirds, lines creating design and interest. Don't allow horizon lines to cut through heads, and watch for objects growing out of subject heads. Judges always notice that. If there's a branch sticking out of somebody's head, or a post or a tree, yeah, or if the horizon is going straight through their head, just get a little higher or a little lower so that's not happening, and it improves your image. Presentation, cropping, mounting, strokes and borders. You can include those things, but don't distract from the image. That's sometimes people put really bright borders, and then you notice that instead of the image. Color balance, color harmony, light against dark. Does the background compete with or enhance your subject? Center of interest, use design and leading lines to draw the eye to your subject. Hold the attention of your audience by the way things are positioned in the frame. The fewer distractions, the better. Lighting, correct quantity of light to convey the mood of the image. Always have direction of light to avoid flat images. Color of lighting affects mood of image, warm versus cool. And those are all really, really good tips. If you want a moody, dark image, do you want a high key light image? All of those things affect the way the viewer is going to see your photo. Subject matter. Your subject should be clear to the viewer. It should fit in its surroundings with few distractions. And that's self-explanatory. Print quality. If you're doing a print competition, detail in light and shadow, high gloss prints score best, but satin finish also does well. Matte finish is a poor choice. I always like this. Because I like some matte images, and then last week most of the pictures that he brought were all matte on a how do you pronounce it, Giclée surface, more like a watercolor print. And so it depends on what you're going for, what style. Technique. Art principles are necessary and should be studied. Rule of odds, color wheel, using triangles in your images, things like that. All of those things that you would learn in art class apply also to photography. Statement. Every image should tell a story. Make sure it's easy to read. And that's important to remember. There's a reason why you took the picture, it should be evident to the person looking at it. What judges look for. Skill level, judges will adjust their critiques based on the level of the entries. Like when we have our competitions, we have several different levels of competition. The same at the fair, there's different levels of competition in S4C, there's different levels. The PSA exhibitions don't have levels, and so you're getting scored strictly on against everybody, all is at the same level. But more is expected at a higher division if you are up there. Impact and creativity. The judges will look for that the most, but poor technique will move them away from your picture. If it's high impact, but there's lots of problems with it, they will not judge it well. Technique is critical. Dust spots, crooked horizons, focus issues, blown highlights, blocked shadows, lack of contrast, no center of interest, busy background, all of those sorts of things will lower a judge's view of your photo. Cropping issues, cropping at a joint, an item too close to the edge of the frame, or cutting off part of your subject. Those sorts of things will bring down your score for your images. An over-processed image. Sometimes people over-sharpen or over-saturate and or have way too much contrast. Like it just is there's texture and there's clarity. So maybe we'll just like push that clarity slider all the way to the right, and it can really hurt your image. That when there's halos around the edges and things like that, we don't want to see that as a judge. If your white balance is wrong, that messes with all of the colors in your photo, and so you need to make sure your white balance is correct. It gives it an odd color cast. But remember, judging is subjective. So the things that one person who's judging is going to focus on might be different than a different judge, or a judge really likes natural looking images and another judge likes artistic license that you've taken with an image. And so things like that are going to affect your scores. And you just have to know that's going to happen. That you may really like an image and it may not do well because of the judge that judged that image. And it's not that your image was bad. It's just that that judge wasn't. Sometimes it is because it's a bad. I'll say that, but a lot of times they're just looking for something in their wheelhouse that they. When you're going to be looking at these pictures, these are things to think about. Focus, exposure, lighting. Is it too light or too dark? Technical skill, distractions in the picture. As far as artistic merit, composition, creativity, what story does it tell? Color and contrast, impact, total impact of the photo. Originality, presentation. That's for this, it would be borders or things like that. Or emotion that it conveys. And lastly, I'll go through some things to ask yourself when you're looking at the photos. Am I taking this photo? If when you're taking a photo or when you're editing a photo or entering it in a competition, why did I take it? What was the reason? Is the subject presented in an effective way? Is it unique? Is there a fresh or creative approach, or is this image merely documentary or a snapshot? A lot of judges will say, oh, that's just a snapshot. It just means you were there, you took a photo, it shows what was there. But if you went between some fence posts, or you did an overhanging branch as a frame, or those sorts of things add creativity and artistic things to your photos. And so things like that will keep it from being just a snapshot. Does the image tell a compelling story? Does the image focus on the subject or interaction of subjects? Are the colors used pleasant and harmonious? That can be like in the same part of the color wheel or opposites on the color wheel. Was it taken in good lighting? What is good lighting for landscapes? Morning and evening. In the middle of the day, overhead light is usually not the best for landscapes. Side lighting for still lifes, for portraits. Head-on lighting is complimentary to older women because it hides all of our wrinkles. But mood lighting, like Rembrandt lighting or the split lighting, things like that, is more interesting. It tells a stronger story. Was it taken, was best angle or point of view chosen? Is the depth of field appropriate or adequate? Is the image noisy? Are there distracting elements or mergers? Do you know what a merger is? It's where, yes, go ahead. I didn't quite hear you.
Please explain what a merger is.
I will. Okay, so a merger is, let's say you have a bird walking across and there's another bird that walks behind it. It's where two objects cross each other. And if you can get not to have a merger, it creates a stronger image where there's no overlapping set of the subject and another subject, because it creates cleaner lines.
I've heard that described as separation, so it's kind of the same.
Yes, well, it's separation is what you want. Merger is what you don't want. So,
Poles.
yes, poles coming out of people's heads or the horizon crossing the head. Those sorts of things would also be considered mergers. Would a different aspect ratio improve the image presentation? Sometimes a 1:1 is really cool for symmetrical photos, whereas maybe a 4:6 wouldn't be as effective. You just have to, sometimes a panorama really captures everything without having too much ground or too much sky in there. And so adjusting your aspect ratio for what you photographed is important. Is the image lacking visual interest? Is it flat, no contrast, dull colors? Nobody's doing anything. How are the tones and depth in the image that's along the same lines? Is there implied movement? If there is, does the subject have room to move in the direction that it's facing? Like a plane going through the image or a person running, there needs to be room ahead of them for them to run into. Is the subject doing something interesting? Is the background pleasing, working with the subject and appropriate? Sometimes the background can be really distracting, and other times it can be really helpful to help tell a story or be part of the whole composition of your image. Last page, I promise. What to ask yourself. Is the horizon line level? Is it intentionally skewed? It's called a Dutch angle or something, or Dutch tilt. There. Is selective focus used with purpose? Is the subject itself in focus? Is it properly exposed? Is there contrast or is the image flat? So all of those are the sorts of things when you're looking at these images. I know that was a lot, but I'm sure some of it stuck with you. So let's critique some photos. Yes.
Something cutting off the.
Let's see. Oh, hang on a second. I'm gonna have to go out of this for just a moment.
It's not part of the season, right? Well, no, I can read in the title pages.
It's bigger. I'm going to. Should be. Where is it? There. No.
Not clear.
Okay, I'm gonna unshare it for a second. Three. Okay, we're. Um. Where's the thing? It should be here. Trying to see what.
We see a firefighter, Kathy.
Yes, on our screen at home, there's a thing across the top of the
It's
screen.
not showing on the,
What?
it's not showing. No,
Okay, hang on here. Escape. Escape. Okay, there. Okay. Except now it's saying end meeting.
yes.
Okay.
Bill,
Okay.
Bill says it's a little crowded on the left edge. Sally says she's distracted by the plant on the left hand side.
Okay, you guys can chime in with your voices if you like.
Okay, excellent.
Anyone else here? Yes.
Andrew. Bill said it's a little crowded on the left edge. Sally says she's distracted by the plant on the left.
By this plant over here.
Yeah.
Dick, what did you say?
Yes.
Okay,
He's walking down the way.
okay, Suzanne.
I like the action, I like the depth of field, the two guys in the background. And the color pop is really nice with the yellow hose. I think unfortunately, if he crops. Unfortunately, I think if he crops tighter to get rid of the plan, it's gonna feel too crowded. So, but with photojournalism, you're not allowed to take that out, but if it were me, I'd take it out.
I agree with what Suzanne said, and as far as the cropping goes on the left, that does not bother. The plant doesn't bother me because it was there, it's part of the picture. The thing that I love the most is it tells a story. And I would love any photograph that tells a story. And the depth of field thing, marvelous.
This is the sort of image that we'll get at the fire station.
Thank you. The flat is over there, it could be because it's the time of the house or he's driving it, the house. And I think it should be there because it's part of the picture. The image with the depth of field, I think is fantastic, and this picture tells a really good story.
We're gonna move on to the next image. Can you guys online hear what people are saying? I'm trying to get the microphone to people.
Marcy likes the depth of field, interesting use of rule of odds.
True, okay. Next. There we go.
All right, let's see. I like the action in this. I like the S curve that's coming through. You've got the cars at different stages through the turn, kind of tell a story, read its way through the image. You've got the sign up in the upper right hand corner that gives a good sense of place. Good light, you've got good shadow going off, the photographer standing on the proper side of the car, so you get the sign.
You have to leave things for other people to say.
Right?
Leave things for other people to say.
Like, I'm talking and thinking of the sign
Ah,
When you first look at the picture, what do you see? You see the little spring storm. That's not the subject. The subject is the yellow car that you have there. If he dropped it, that would be the first thing you would have seen. And it would have really emphasized what this project was.
ah,
So something that I was thinking about is, what if the picture was chromatic, if it was just black and white?
oh, you mean like,
Faded,
you mean like that?
Yes. It's-
Fred put both of them in as options.
I think this might have been interesting if they would have shot it once with a slower shutter speed to show the motion.
Ah, yes,
No.
it's his picture, yeah. Yeah, no, he included a monochrome version because they both have different effects, but they're both equally interesting.
Oh, I like the color one way better.
I like the monochrome.
But
You
I
and
like,
that in your black and white.
yeah, I like
Yeah.
it way better black and white. Because when it's black and white, I go right to the car that's in the front. In color, I was drawn to the sign in the back.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I can see that. I might crop up a little so there's less empty space
At the
of
bottom,
dirt.
Yeah.
Just a little, not all of it, but maybe like half of it. Just to, because that's a lot of empty space and it's not really where the cars are going.
Mhm.
So,
Well, I think that's 16:9 already.
oh, okay.
That's why I put the sign to break through.
I say the sign helps tell the story by
Yes.
where it's at, and of course,
Mhm. Mhm.
local
Okay.
people where
That's
at,
true.
so.
Anything else?
And I agree with the cropping. I would have definitely cropped it up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Things
Okay.
things don't always have to be in an exact printable proportion.
Yeah, that's true. That's what mats are for. Okay, next.
It's beautiful.
The two little grass things in the lower left, I would have deleted those in post-processing, and the little edge things at the bottom
Yeah.
of the flower, I would have just cropped that up just a little bit.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, those.
I mean, it's really an excellent photo.
I love hummingbird.
I like the soft background,
Yeah.
I like the focus on that hummingbird. You can see each little feather.
Mm-hmm.
I think the question processing, the flower stands on first and then the seed. I think I would have gone a little bit different. I would have dulled down the colors on the flowers slightly and enhanced the color on the hummingbirds. Your first item you see is a hummingbird, and they use got their attention first.
That bright pull your eye.
Right, so the bright part.
Does
So
true.
can I make a comment? In the upper left corner, there's like a dark circle and then a semi-dark circle over the wing. Those look like spots to me, like dust spots. Yeah. Like when I'm editing and I see something like that, I take it out.
Okay.
I don't know about the one by the wing though, because that's not actually covering the wing. So who knows?
Okay, next.
I really like this one.
Tells a really good story.
Yeah, I love the depth of field of it. There's action.
Ah, did that work? That did work.
Oh, is that that's not on my screen.
Now Bill's drawing on our screen.
Well, I mean, are those all little dust spots on the dog and out to the right over there in the greenery? Or is that just
Does Bob show black, white, and this is important.
fluff flying around?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, they're. Those do be, but
it's probably a bug.
But
I would say
yeah,
all the spots, and it's a bit of a nitpicking thing.
yeah, I'd take it out if I was editing
Oops.
it.
But I would take them out.
Unless there was like a ton of them that helped tell the story, but one little speck like that, I'd take it out. I love the field of poppies and the little yellow flowers. That's
It's
cool.
much brighter on the big screen than it is on the computer.
And,
For us that are here in person,
uh-huh.
the overhead screen is much brighter.
Also depends on if the category allows.
Right. If it's a photojournalism photo, you would have to leave in those bugs and things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Great story.
Yeah, I like it.
Yes. And the dark behind the sheep is really nice
Yeah.
because it really brings it out. It juxtapositions with the dog, and so it adds.
It does.
Yeah.
Black and white, the animals pressing against colorful flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next. Where are we?
What would the proposed category for this be? Abstract or architecture or?
Yeah,
Is that
either
what-
of those.
Or
I believe
abstract
it was
architecture.
named abstract something, so yeah, it would be considered an abstract. So you have to judge it from that perspective. The design and the lines and that sort of thing, the color.
The whole thing to me looks like it's a little underexposed. It looks dark, but I don't know if that's my screen or what, but just the whole image in general, I would have brightened it a little bit. And then based on the category, I love all the different lines.
Anyone else? Yes, Anne? Oh, she's cropping with her eye. Who has this microphone?
right here.
Okay. Yes,
The portable. Green.
the,
They were front, wondering if it should have been even with the picture. And, if this person thing that looks, I keep looking at that, but I don't look at the rest of the picture.
you keep looking at these?
And you see those,
Yeah.
they have been even with stop flying. I wonder if I would have looked differently, because right now, that's the only thing I'm seeing, not looking at the rest of the picture.
There's nothing perpendicular, so some decide what to make straight.
Right. So you think they should be straighter? Okay,
Try it.
maybe a little added contrast in the window part, add more contrast over there to bring out the reflections a little more.
Contrast on the these. Tone those down a bit.
I might have played with rotating it a little bit more clockwise just to make those angles more interesting instead of being not quite vertical, but that would have made it look like it was on purpose if they weren't completely vertical.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would make it interesting.
I like the color harmony. It's not something you'd expect, but it works.
Yeah. I mean, you could up the saturation some to bring out that orange a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big.
Can we have a microphone? Because otherwise people can't hear. The people online can't hear you unless you're on mic.
I think, yeah. So, now, the flash, what it is, select, three, supposed to go.
Okay. Oh, Suzanne has.
It looks like there's a little vignette around it to bring your focus in. I might. You see the light that is kind of on the left side a little bit. I might bring that up a bit.
Hmm.
To add a little more interest to it. But I mean,
Okay, next.
I like the person in there that gives it a real sense of size and really helps with telling the story. And it's like, holy crap, get out of the way, here it comes.
I know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I like that the propellers are blurred. That
Mhm.
the slower shutter speed really helps tell that story a little more instead of having the propellers frozen in the air.
Mhm.
Propellers are impossible on airplanes. Get that magic disc. You can't get the magic disc without everything else blurring out. It's like
I know, it's
real
horrible.
airplane pictures.
the focus spot down below where the red is concentrated more so than the airplane. Closer to the where the firemen.
I can't really tell. It seems like the strongest focus is on the red liquid falling.
Yeah, where it's concentrated. Because that's where my eye goes first.
See more contrast in there.
Yeah.
I suspect a lot of DAs was used on this. There might
You
have been-
suspect a lot of dehaze was used on this? Um. Yes, it's called fast check.
Watch check.
I like the border and the color of the line. It helps the image without distracting your eye away from it. So good job with that.
Until you said something about that, I didn't even see that.
Oh, see, there you go. That's how border is supposed to work. Where it doesn't distract from your image, but it centers it a little by it
Nailed it.
finishes it up. It finishes it.
It could be said that stroke was the color used in the image.
Well, ideally, if you're going to use a color stroke, it needs to be from the image and not a bright one. It needs to be at one of the duller colors. Yeah. Yeah, it's orangey. No, I think it's an orange stroke. For what I'm like looking really closely on. It's like a pink, little pink.
It might be from like the left side. Right.
Anyways, it's not the bright red that would distract you, which is a good choice.
Mhm.
Okay, next.
Ooh.
So this is.
Right, kept your signature on there.
Yeah.
I like the contrast between the lights and the sky reflected in the water with the dark of the buildings.
I
and-
don't think it's quite level. It's
Yeah, there may be something there.
rotate it clockwise a degree or two. It's enough that I notice it. The colors are amazing.
Like, he was trying to get pictures of the bird, and he got the building. Didn't get his main in, which is the birds.
I would take out the air post and dead center.
I know, I tried to crop for that, and it just, they cut too much into the.
This right here,
Pointing.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
erase it.
just remove it.
Huh?
I agree.
It's like a belt.
Easy, Philip.
Thank you, Bill. I have one of those somewhere.
It's a great scene, but then you add the birds and it's like a point of interest that kind of completes the frame.
It's just fun to tie the whole image with so much to see.
How do I get rid of it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
If allowed in the category, I'd lose that little chunk of cloud on the left.
Yes, I agree with that.
No, I was
I
trying
think Dan Holmes calls that digital
There
landscape.
we go. Okay, I do like the birds up there in the center. Ideally, they would be off to the side, but you can't help where birds fly.
Because of all the other stuff on the right-hand side, there's more visual weight on the right, so it almost feels like you're pushed over to the right a little bit.
Mm.
Is that Ventura Harbor?
Yes,
What?
yes.
Yes.
Ventura Harbor.
Ventura Harbor. Okay, I guess we're moving on to the next one.
Oh,
The
Impact.
mm-hmm.
The oh,
Yeah, I like the blur in the foreground and the background. And again, I love the poppies. And he's so cute.
It's cute.
By the way, up here, those poppies last for 6 months, unlike down there.
Yeah, ours decided to die and then come back because we got rain and cool temperatures after 2 weeks of really hot temperatures.
Oh,
So
that's cool. That's a double.
we still have
bonus
some
there.
around. Yes.
Well, if center focus. This picture, maybe it was a bit more focused on his face and kind of like, something I've seen people do be masking in order to, focus more detail on the face and at least, some focus the foreground and the background.
Hmm.
But I'm not sure if anybody can, agree with that or not. That's just something that I try to picture, but I don't think it's coming out the way I think it should.
Do a little vignette, like just really soft. I would put a very soft vignette around it to draw your focus in.
I agree with that. A little vignette.
You could have used an object mask on his face and maybe tried to bump up the texture and clarity and sharpness and just made the face look a little bit less soft. But I guess that's nitpicking though.
Very top, you see the blue up there?
light trap.
I crop that out and it's competing against the dog.
Which part?
The light trap,
Very top up there,
the
the light.
little sliver sky you can see.
We're crop that out because it's competing
Um,
with the dog's color.
Mhm.
And had that been cropped out, I believe the picture would, or down would have come out even better than it is at this point. Cause your eye goes too small, it's a dog and the blue. You know, because we want to stay with the dog.
Mhm. Okay. Next picture.
Love that one.
Oh, yeah.
That is a great shot.
It's a great shot. I mean, again, a nitpicky thing, but maybe cropping it so that the animals appear more on the right and there's more space for their movement forward, going to the left. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, cropping over there.
Yeah.
Not too much, Bill.
How do we work it out?
Just a little bit, something through there.
I think maybe a little bit off right there. down.
Yeah. Because it looks like there's dirt kind of flying around there, so I wouldn't want to cut
The
that
worst
off.
even is on both sides. Once you prop that right side out, your sheet is having out when, and that's where you want to go.
Another thing that I always try to live by is that if anybody ever tells me, ooh, nice vignette, that meant that I overdid it. I think this one, the vignette at the bottom, it looks artificial how dark it is down there at the bottom.
Mm.
So far,
Okay.
so far everything you've shown is, I think, has been really good. You have to kind of nitpick to find flaws
Yeah.
in everything that you've been showing. So
Yeah.
Well, that's what I told people to send in pictures they would consider entering in a
Mhm.
competition because I wanted it to be, realistic.
there are
Not-
strong issues.
Send in your worst pictures and we'll see what we can find wrong with them.
I really like this one. I like the worm, the direction the worm's looking, being the leading line to the other fish in the background. But I like that they're blurred. That's pretty cool.
I would have object masked the worm and brightened him up just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Maybe
see it.
pop just a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, make it all about equal to where his head and eye is. That's perfect. The rest of them just seems to be a bit dark.
I think that's kind of the point, though, is just here's my head and eye.
Interesting color combination.
Yeah. Really cool.
I think this one was at the Long Beach Aquarium.
That would be my guess.
Yeah. Because we had a field trip there.
I'm going to a big aquarium on Thursday, so I'll try to duplicate this shot.
There you go. Yes. I feel like the sand is a little white down at the bottom.
Hmm.
It's the brightest part of the image instead of the worm being a little brighter. Just tone it down just a little bit, maybe equal to what's maybe the level that it is in here.
Mhm.
Because this part down here is really super bright.
What thing?
I could see that. Okay, next.
Mm.
Can't go wrong with airplanes.
No, I like that. Airplanes and sunsets, sun stars.
It, if there would have been the ability to have either a little bit wider, I just seen that the wings are a little cramped on both sides. It'd be my nitpick.
I agree with that.
If you can't live with, I mean, the other way to fix that, in my opinion, would be to crop down from the top and make it a little bit more panoramic shaped,
Mm-hmm.
and take away from it being cramped on the edges in my brain.
Well, I like that too because, I mean, there's a lot of blue sky there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really work.
I like that the plane is pointing to the star. The
Yeah.
sun.
But it has its own little star here.
Oh, yeah, look at that. I just made it bigger. That's cool.
A little bit of haloing along here.
Yep. I just saw that. I learned a really great trick with cloning to get rid of that stripe.
Well,
You
you're
can
gonna-
also just take your
Yeah.
clarity brush and lower the clarity a little and just run it along there and it
Yeah,
gets rid
Oh,
of
I'm
that.
gonna try that. Okay.
that's cool. It's a good tip. Overall, I really like this photograph though.
Great
And it-
shot.
Mm-hmm.
And again, good border.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there's a border.
Okay, next.
Like position.
It's just such a busy picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's stuff in the water, the background is really close to the birds, so it's really busy, the branches.
I'm not sure which of them are supposed to be the subject.
I have one I took that's very similar to this with a heron, and I really love it because through all the thicket, I got a really crisp, clear image of its eye, but it's just way too busy, too much other stuff going on.
Yeah.
2 pictures.
Hey, look at that.
There it is.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's fun to have them both in there, but they're so far apart that it does make it rough for
Yeah.
having a subject. And lots of times they'll say have a subject and then a secondary subject, but this isn't quite that.
Right.
Then bit on the bird and now on both bird, you're trying to compete with it.
Right.
And probably just slightly left of the reflection on the water, of the main range. All the stuff to the left would have disappeared. The distraction would have disappeared. And your main emphasis would be on the bird and the shadow.
Yeah. Okay, next.
I'm gonna try to isolate the helicopter and just brighten it up a little bit to make it pop out a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Lightroom masking has totally changed my world when it comes to processing.
Yes, it is very helpful.
Coming out of a fire truck.
Yeah, yeah, look at that.
It's that,
Mhm.
And
the powerful.
the column there.
There's a bunch of them out in the background there too. The
I don't
same.
think they're as distracting as the one that's just right there at the truck, though.
Yeah,
Right, the ones in the background, just.
they're just there.
Yeah.
Yeah. One coming out of the fire truck. It's distracting.
So if this is this a portrait image? I mean, or was it landscape and cropped, or do we need to know that? Because I would have taken this in a landscape format, cutting out that gray sky, giving more room for the helicopter to be moving into, and maybe showing a little more of the plume of fire retardant coming out. That's my critique.
This format accentuates the vertical element of water coming out of it.
Well, that's
Yeah,
true.
there's reasons for both, I think.
Mm-hmm.
If you would drop. The back. All the. Information.
That retardant is that dihydrogen monoxide stuff.
Yeah. You don't think that would be too close to the helicopter? Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay, next.
Hmm.
Everything that needs to be sharp is.
What?
Everything that needs to be sharp is.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was that word you used for things overlapping?
Merger.
Merger with his tail there.
Yeah, a little bit of merger. And what's this white thing down in the bottom right corner? I mean, that's,
That. Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Well, giddy up.
This-
Yeah.
Does my cursor show, just out of curiosity?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you write, it does, but your cursor doesn't show, but when you write, it shows.
This isn't circling in the middle right now?
No.
Oh, okay. I was trying to relearn how to do this. I mean, I did have my 5,000 hour PowerPoint patch, but it's been a while. Zoom patch.
Somebody's cursor's there.
That's me.
Oh,
Okay.
So if I draw on this, can you see that?
yes, I can see that.
Okay.
Me too. Me too.
I didn't really notice the crossover earlier, but now that Bill pointed it out, it's distracting from the bird's tail. But it's an excellent photo of the bird. It's so very clear.
Yes. Okay. Maybe a bit of vignette.
Yeah.
Tiny bit.
And that would resolve that thing in the corner.
Are you?
It depends on the category that you're entering your photo in, if you can remove things or not. If it's a what do we call it? We call it reality based. If you are entering for us in nature, wildlife, travel, photojournalism, or human interest, you cannot remove any pixels.
But you can crop though, right?
You can crop, you can dodge and burn, and
Okay,
that would just,
crop
that
that little
crop
corner
would be
piece of these.
nothing. That crop would be nothing, yeah.
Mhm.
I kind of like the cactus though over there on the left,
Yeah, I do too.
but I understand what you're saying.
It's not needed for the story, the bird's the story.
No, yeah.
It's
Fine.
still in nature because of the man-made thing.
Right, yeah, it can't go in nature anyways because of the man-made post it's on.
Oh.
The post, it's cut. There's actual cutting of the,
Speaking
a camel? Yeah,
What?
it's like a horse. You can't, yeah, a camel, a
Didn't-
horse.
quick. Another.
Okay, moving on. Think there's too much foreground.
Also with all of them facing different directions, you can't really pinpoint the story.
Yeah, the two in the back there, way. What are they looking at?
Back of the picture,
They're looking at the grass is greener on the other side.
you can't complain, Kathy, you knew about all of this when you came here tonight.
No, I'm just trying to figure out how to get rid of my
Art Jeopardy.
arrow thing. Oh, I guess it did get rid of it. Okay. Um,
Be interesting to zoom in on the sheet in front and the two facing the other way.
yeah, that would be interesting. Like to crop it in like this.
Yeah,
What if you zoomed even tighter and made just parts of the different animals, the story made it abstract?
That's a cool idea.
Do what?
Zoom in like a lot so that you don't see anything except parts of all the animals and make it an abstract.
That would be interesting.
Then the confusion kind of adds to the story.
yeah. Try and zoom in so you get just the three sheet.
Yeah,
Not the two in the back.
I didn't.
okay, next, we still have quite a few to go. What, we have 12 left. We may not get to them all.
Go.
This little guy was crazy.
Sure.
Now, all the reflection down below, I don't know if we need all of that.
Seems like
Maybe.
some of this is getting lost. I mean, I would see what I could do to mask that and isolate it, either brighten it up, darken it, something to separate it from the water more.
What, this part?
No, the part I circled in blue, this part here.
Body of the bird.
Oh, I can. Okay, yeah.
I mean, the head and the fish, that's nicely isolated against that bright background, but the dark body and the dark water, it kind of disappears into each other.
Water is the same as the bird.
Yeah.
I might add some yellow or gold to it,
There you go.
so it'll make the bird pop, stand out.
It might work if you just adjust the temperature. It may show some more differentiation that you don't see at this temperature. Because this is really blue towards the cool tones. If you move more towards gold, it might show some more differentiation. You don't know till you try.
Just so centered right now.
Yeah. I think I would put it along this dark area across here and crop it there.
Give them a little more room in the direction that the bird's headed.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a cool picture.
Yeah. I still haven't used any of mine for any competition yet. I'm close enough to this without the microphone. I don't need for them to hear me. And maybe a bit of vignette, just a little. I know in nature you can't really do a lot of vignette, but it's not nature because you have this big border around it right now. But which is not distracting. But yeah, just a little bit to darken around some of the light that comes through.
So,
If you'd have made it for crop both sides, his mouth thing you see
If you crop what?
from the left, right side.
Oh, to make it like a vertical?
If
Hmm. Yeah, you could come in like this.
I was gonna say, what about cropping part of the body off? Cause I can hear Hutch saying,
with
we know the rest is there. I don't need to see the whole body.
left side.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
Then you see what happens is his mouth shows up for donkey.
right. Okay, next.
Mm-hmm.
This one has a merger here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably your next one, it has them separated. No?
No, it is not.
Uh,
No, I like that all six heads are showing.
yeah, kind of, the head back there.
I didn't even think about that because I would trash the other one because, oh, my Blue Angel. But it seems like one of our workshops was somebody was talking about all that plain section with it. Why? Yeah.
This
That's tough to do, especially.
right behind the other thing. And then
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
this.
Perfect.
And that's sort of A and the yellow.
That one was really cool. From behind, I thought it was a pro style motorcycle. Oh, it's up far.
Mm.
The guy on the yellow motorcycle on the left. Can you brighten him up a bit?
And you put big.
the whole image needs to be brightened up.
I feel like what could increase the contrast and the saturation a little, without it looking too over edited.
Like the implied image.
Part of it is that this up here is, there's a lot more contrast on the actual computer screen than there is up on the
Yes.
overhead view.
So I would crop that upper right area where you can see dirt beyond the track, just that little skinny line of it. It would not take away from it to crop that out. It kind of distracts me from everything. But overall, I like this one. I like the lean as they're leaning into that curve. That's cool. Good shot.
This up here.
Yeah,
They come
I
from the
just-
top of the hill.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just come in under the white line on the far right
That
and
is-
take it
yes.
across.
Yes.
Like along here.
And then. It's a lot of risk when it was problem.
Right. Church has good best.
Okay, next.
Who's that like?
the stem, I can crop up a bit,
Ah, yes.
take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you lose part of the blossom on the, right?
I think you
Yeah.
can just,
You would lose this, I think, if you.
I think it needs to be a little blossom.
It's not where you think it's
not a terrible word.
then
Not well,
off the left side, back to the right.
birds, the.
Play with it.
or clone it out and enter it in a creative
Well,
category.
yeah, pretend it's never there.
Don't enter it in nature.
Feel like it's not super sharp, but I don't know.
I would agree with that. I don't. I
As far as
think
the
it's not
bird
sharp.
goes.
The elements I blurred even more, make it artistic.
Down it.
The whole image. Because there's nothing sharp in the amateur.
I like those background colors.
Yes,
With the
Yeah.
blues and the yellows.
the moving red dots distracting.
Sorry. Okay, and maybe some vignette.
Yeah. Got a good watercolory feel to it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
You know, if you lighten that up and blur it more, make like a good cover for green, or you could sell these. I'm serious, that's a real good start to an artistic image.
Next.
Definitely soft.
Mm-hmm.
Like right away, that's the first thing my eye sees.
Got a painterly feel to it.
But I think the focus is on the clouds. And not the trees. Because the clouds seem like the sharpest thing.
I like how the rainbow kind of separates the frame into two parts. You've got the terrain down below. I like how the rainbow separates the frame into kind of two parts, two worlds. You've got the frame, the terrain down below with the flowers and trees, and then the clouds up above. It kind of gives it depth to the story.
And soft.
Yes. Anything else? Okay, next.
Mm.
I know.
I love those colors, but they pull my eye away from that very cool bubble.
Yeah. I wonder if it could have been like cropped like this.
Yeah, and it crossed just
Yeah.
like.
And then darken this part down just a little.
it.
And then you have some colors going on, but not excessive.
I kind of like the whole frame. It's like there's one living thing in a world of fantasy. It's kind of tell the science fiction stuff.
Yeah.
You've got I think whatever we're seeing in the background out of focus, there's just enough of the shape of the flower in it that there's a similarity.
Yeah, the only thing I would do is in the lower left. In the lower left, and this is real nitpicky, that little green,
Yeah,
little bit of green, I would take that out.
show me more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
This here.
Yeah, but everything else is cool.
Very, very psychedelic.
Should be, yeah.
At the risk of maybe a bit different.
Oh, wait.
I don't like it. The risk of being just a little bit different, I like it exactly the way it is. I'm a huge fan of extreme little curves and using negative space. And I'll be honest, first place my mind went was to the little raindrop.
Yeah, it is the lightest.
It's the creamy, as they call it, bouquet or bouquet, however it's pronounced.
Okay, next.
Mm,
Very busy.
yeah.
I think this could have benefited some from Bob Young's dodging and burning techniques. Because the dark places aren't all that dark, and there could be a lot more contrast introduced into the photo. Sorry, I'm right here so they can hear me. Right, can you guys hear me when I talk without the
Yeah.
microphone? Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm right by the camera, that's why. But I think that like, let's see. Oh, just try. Like this area here could have been
Mhm.
darkened down to add and then just keep these light part light, these light part light, but darken these parts down. And that would add more contrast in that area. And the same over here, like darken this part down and then really lighten that area. And even some of the trees back in here, if you do some light and dark with your tiny little Wacom pen.
Well, they just been left in color.
What?
What if the shot had just been left in color?
Well, I mean, we're looking at the black and white version, so you have to go with that.
The screen looks sepia.
Well, it's interesting.
Well, it is sepia. I feel it is sepia tones. It's not a strict black and white.
Your emphasis. Cover
Right, and we don't even really see.
dark trees. I, you go,
Yeah,
then you get the rest of it.
yeah. Do some dodging and burning to really make your eye go to the bridge in here. Maybe even crop over here. Because this is all messy and this tree adds a nice anchor on that edge. Kind of like this one over here.
You know, I think the tree has.
No, I'm saying you would leave in those trees.
Then it comes. Then you for one. That. You almost ignore the left side.
Anyone else? Okay, next.
Huntington Library?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, we went on a field trip there last month.
Two can use it.
It is movie.
Lots of busyness. There's something red over here. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, but it ties into something.
Everything wrong to the. But just only the bridge themselves to share. It
I guess there's right there and right there.
A little bit maybe to the right of the rock star.
Wait,
Not a little bit of
support me. Can you say that again for everyone?
Further here, that prop left side. Okay, the bottom left side, two. Two, probably so I can see the shadow of the bridge, rock in front, and the top of the bridge, and a little bit to the right of the rock star.
Can you
Got
put
rid of all the other stuff inside, so you're
can you put it by your mouth?
It's on the bridge.
Can you talk into the microphone?
Pardon?
There we go. Hold it with one hand, motion with the other hand.
Oh, I'm usually waiting. Anyway, well. Shadow, maybe the rock in front of the shadow. And got rid of the road above and a little bit to the right to show some of the rock. But that's all I would have done with this picture. All the rest of it is just there. It doesn't add to the picture.
Again, maybe radical opinion here. The only thing I'd change about this picture is the bottom front is too close to the edge of that pond.
Down here.
This is the Japanese garden, and this is the documentation of what they made. And if I start excluding things, I'm not showing the garden.
The color is a little way too bright. I wonder if there's a way that you can just try to tone down the colors from bright green to a little bit of dark green and original Lacy. Find something distinct.
Yeah, it was, I think it's looking better than the picture.
Yeah, look at the screen. That's the
But if the shot will come in.
yeah, we were there in the middle.
So that over some areas like
Right.
and when that was where they were honest. Well, one picture, so again, it's actually a little bit.
Yeah. I would, if you're gonna keep this whole, I would try and vignette down this bottom right area. Because it draws your eye. What? But like this part here, it could definitely be darker. Well, there, you like this part? Yeah, but it just little,
The only one I didn't, touch, which was what I sent for show of before and after removal was.
right, I remember that.
Pictures going with removal that left the umbrellas behind.
Where's the microphone?
I like the idea of using the whole third book. With
Reflection of
raw.
Like kind
But
of
this
like
one, I think I need people in it, unless that red spot in the middle of the water is somebody reflected behind the bridge. That you can't see, that
They're up
don't
above.
loop on this.
There's somebody wearing red up above along the fence up above the bridge.
Oh,
there.
yeah, up here.
See it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think this is just too busy. I don't know what the subject is.
yeah, it was no, it was no.
Yeah,
It was no.
overview. Yeah.
I think Tony touched on that, the garden is close to tell the story, we don't know, it's tough.
That's one of the things you did earlier on slides when you were talking about impact and subject and telling a story. A lot of times you can take a picture where it means a lot to you, but you don't realize that it doesn't mean the same to other people.
Right. That's very true. Okay, next.
Ooh.
Yummy.
Tomatoes.
My nitpick would be this highlight right here, but other than that, I love this.
Hmm.
I would clone that out.
Yeah.
Love the color. I like the contrast between the green and the red.
It's almost as if they're complementary.
Hmm.
Almost as if. Yes.
That's cool. I like it.
Very,
Love the detail.
yeah.
Example of still life.
Yeah, it would be considered a still life. Okay, next.
Hmm.
Great.
That's pretty cool.
Dead tree or
It's kind of flat, the lighting.
That's what I would say too.
I would do some like lightening the grass or lightening one of those strip, like either the green sections or the brown sections to make them pop a little more.
Hmm.
Because everything has all the same level of
Of light.
toning.
Yeah, I like that. I agree with that.
I don't think the stuff on the right, I think it should have been cropped vertically as a portrait.
It tells a different story though.
Yeah.
Make the trees that are.
Yeah, trees. I mean, a tree is telling all kinds of story,
I know.
but those other lines to me aren't telling me anything other than distracting me from the very cool tree.
Like if you cropped here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what my comment earlier was. To do that and get rid of, delete this. Yeah, like your red line. That's what I would have done. Get rid of these guys over here.
Or you could do. Yeah.
Everything else.
Again,
Everyone's a critic.
Huge fan.
And then brighten the whole image. The whole image seems dark. Unless you're trying.
Again, the video wrote opinion. I am a huge fan of rule thirds in use to negative space. I like the problem the way it is. Now, if you want to fudge around the color this thing, I love rule thirds in use of negative space.
Yes.
True enough.
You'd be eating a lot.
It could be lightened up though. Yeah, I agree.
Hmm.
Okay. Anything else? Next. We'll do one or two more and then we'll stop because we're like closing in on 8. Huh? Catalog.
I like
Because
it. All 4 feet are off the ground.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And his
I
shadows.
might try cropping out that post coming down like in here somewhere.
I think that also would
Or,
give us.
or cloning it out, something.
His face is aiming.
I would crop it like you said, and giving the illusion of more space towards the direction the dog's looking. I'm not sure he's actually going to turn that way, but he's looking that way.
Yeah.
And I like you can see the fence in the background, but you can't see the fence in the background. That's cool. Good depth of field.
Yeah. I might desaturate that green because then the whole background becomes shades of gold.
That's a good idea.
No. Yeah. Yes, and a tad of vignette.
Tad of vignette's always good.
Agreed. I don't ever feel done until I've done at least 11, -11 vignette.
Kathy, I would prompt to right. Yeah. About halfway up,
This,
prop that out, prop the post out, then fix it. Just about.
And that one.
yeah, I mean, you could make it a vertical and just come in like here.
Square.
Mhm.
Over here.
Yeah. The dog needs somewhere to go.
I like all the space over here. I don't think that that's bad, but
Right.
this thing, you could darken that down a little.
Looking for.
Now I'm distracted by the black dot at the very edge, right above the dog's head.
Up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that until you made it vertical. I was like, oh, yeah, look at that.
Well, there's several different options of cropping that would work.
Yeah.
You just have to play with it a little. Okay, one more.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I love the motion with her dress.
Mm-hmm. It's really in the bright colors, of course, with the costume.
But I don't know what all those specks of white are all about.
Yeah, I don't know, something she's flipping around with her skirt or what, but what's distracting to me are those two water bottles in the
Yeah.
behind her.
We need to burn those,
Yeah.
Big,
burn them down.
good old remove tool that works so good now.
Right.
Yes. Well, if this was like a human interest picture though, you can't do that.
Can't do that, yeah. But yeah, it's beautiful.
Darken the whole back.
Yes.
Maybe do something that darken these just a little bit, that
Yeah.
dim them down a little bit.
Take the highlights
Darken
down.
what? This area?
No, these hands.
The hands and
Oh,
the white
bright,
on the
very
sleeve.
bright.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe just bring the highlights down a little bit.
Yeah.
There's
You could
plenty
select
of
the
light.
background and darken down the highlights.
Yep.
And that would take care of that.
Great shot.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, we're gonna call it a night. Thank you, everyone.
Thank everyone for letting me participate, and thank you,
Oh,
Ben, for the invitation.
Thank you for letting us play. We really appreciate it, Kathy. And
Yeah,
it's
that
gonna-
was
There's
fun.
so many things. Put your critiques here. Okay,
Yeah.
yes. What?
Did it again.
Did what again? Oh, good. That is the goal, to have a presentation where people learn things. Okay, I thank you all for being here on Zoom and everybody who's here in person. I appreciate all your comments, and hopefully you learned some things about how to critique your own photos so that you can edit them better for competitions and for your own enjoyment. We're gonna go ahead and call it an evening so that we can tear down our equipment. Thank you all. And
Bye.
I miss you guys, but I don't miss the desert.
you are very welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.